All right, good evening. Welcome to the Squeak Factor. Tonight I have a special guest, Crispin of the Veer Union. Crispin, how are you? Welcome, and thank you so much for your time tonight.
Thank you for having me. Good, thanks.
Are you all set for the holidays then?
You know what? I pretty much am set. I'm going to be seeing my family on Christmas Day. I'm looking forward to some turkey dinner. That's about it. I mean, Christmas is just about hanging out with the fam for me, so I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, let's get down to business. I'm going to ask you a few questions about you, then about the band, and then some fun questions just to wrap it up. For starters, how old were you when you first started singing?
I think I was 10.
Really?
10 years old. Yeah.
And did you always
know
I mean,
if you want to go even further back, I mean, it's kind of almost, I think I found out that I could sing when my mom and dad were looking at me I would always sing along to the commercials, and they were kind of like, he's singing in key. So I think that was probably, maybe more like 5.
Nice.
Yeah.
I can't hold a note to save my life.
It's all good. It's all good.
And did you always know that you wanted to go into music?
I think from a very young age, yeah. I remember that the school band came to my elementary school, and I was just so mesmerized by the drummer that was playing. And drums is actually my first instrument. And when I saw the drummer play, I knew right from that moment. And I literally have the same passion for music now as I did that.
Nice. And, you just answered my next question. It was asking if you were versed in any instruments. You said the drums. Are you versed in anything other than the drums?
Yeah, I also play guitar. I don't really play guitar at the live shows, but I am, I pretty much write the songs for the Veer Union, but my songwriting instrument would be the guitar.
Very cool. I've heard a few people say that they are not really versed in instruments, but they have some YouTube videos, but they like when they're messing around, but they haven't they refuse to let me see them. I'm like, man, come on. Noticing that y'all hail from Canada, what's the music scene like there?
It's very different than America. Very, very, very different. Every city we have provinces. You guys have states. It's a different scene. It's kind of like some places have a really, really good rock scene, and then sometimes you step into that province and it's just kind of like, all here is Justin Bieber, and that's just kind of it's kind of sad. But
yeah, I'm sorry, by the way, that you guys have to claim him.
Hey, you know what? I give credit where credit's due. The guy can sing, but it's not my favorite thing. But at least he can sing.
At least he can sing.
There's lots of people out there. Yeah,
we don't like him either.
Okay, well, we'll leave it at that. So at the end of the day, I mean, it's the one thing that I really love about American fans is they just really they're not scared to get down and dirty when it comes to rock music, and I would say that Canadian fans are a little bit more reserved for the most part, but on a good day, if you get enough beer in them, they can get crazy.
I have noticed that in difference to U.S. fans to Canadian fans, you guys are a little bit more politer than we are.
Yes, I've seen the meme. I'm sorry in the mosh pit. I've seen it. It's half true. It's only half true.
Oh gosh.
Canadians can be pricks too, so.
I have a dear friend as well as a fellow coworker who is just from Canada, and she's the sweetest girl ever. I can't imagine that. I'm having a hard time picturing it.
Yeah, no, it's very true though. We are very, very relaxed people, and we're just there is a lot of I'm sorry. That it definitely happens.
Gosh.
And so.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's not just a myth.
Okay. All right, yeah. I believe you. A couple more questions just about you, and then where do you find where your music influences were growing up?
I would definitely say it always comes back to Led Zeppelin for me. Led Zeppelin was like the first kind of band that kind of got me into the music industry, and then that just, you know, got me really stoked on music in general. And it kind of went on to, you know, the Seattle scene, and then it was like Pantera, and then it was kind of like Joe Satriani, and it's kind of like all over the map. I started liking a lot of prog rock, but the Seattle scene, but at the same time, I love Justin Bieber. Why does Justin Bieber keep coming up? I was trying to say John Mayer, but let's just forget about Justin Bieber. Okay, moving right along.
I didn't hear anything. I mean, you know, we can try and edit that out for you if you want.
Perfect.
I'm sorry. Once I start laughing, it's hard to stop, so I'm just going to nip that in the bud. And when looking at your Facebook, I did notice that there was a picture with a quote that you, by yourself, that you need real emotion to make real music. I have to say that's so very true. Where did you find the inspiration for that one?
I'm sorry. My phone was honestly cutting out. I could only hear half of that. Sorry, can you repeat the question?
You're fine. When looking at your Facebook, I did notice a picture with a quote, you need real emotion to make real music. I have to say that's so very true. Where do you find that, like, you know, your emotion comes from when you're writing a song, or when you're putting down some lyrics or putting down some notes for a song?
Well, you know, that's all the songs that I write come from the heart. They come from experiences that I've experienced, and just, you know, my viewpoint, but just things that I felt. And I feel like as an artist, that's our job, is to create the art from within. And I feel like a lot of the reason why the music industry keeps getting watered down is just there's too many people that have 1,000 producers and 1,000 songwriters doing everything for them. And then they go up and stand there and they go, this is my art. And but it's like, is it really your art, or is it, you know what I mean? Like that's always been kind of a weird thing for me. So for me, it's always been, you know, the real emotions that the struggles that I've gone through. I'm always writing about those struggles.
Absolutely.
And I feel like that's what's real.
I agree. I agree completely. And I wish more people had the same point of view as you do. I do.
It's probably old school thinking, but it is what it is.
I agree. Again, I agree. You won't catch me disagreeing with you whatsoever. And once again, looking at your Facebook earlier, when I was writing the interview out, your tattoo that you have on your forearm, what is that a tribal of?
It actually, it's on both forearms.
I could only see
the one on my right
You'll have
arm,
to forgive me. I'm sorry.
Oh, no problem. It's okay. The one on my right arm actually means to live the dream in Tibet.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And also, my 13-year-old wanted me to tell you that your mohawk was pretty rockin'. He's a mohawk wearer himself.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I had a mohawk for so many years that it felt like it was time to have a fresh start. And this, as you may know, the new record that we have coming out January 29th is called Decade. And so I just kind of felt like I'd had that mohawk for a decade, and it was kind of time to do something, let the hair down, so to speak.
Very, very cool. Okay, and so just moving into a little bit more about you and the band, where did you meet the guys from the band?
That's kind of all over the place. I'm going to try and condense that quickly, but
okay, take your time.
I had a little bit of a lineup change. In my lineup change, I met a friend that was like, this guy's looking to play guitar, blah, blah, blah. I sat down with him. He lived in a different province than I did. Turned out that he was just an amazing guy, and that was Ryan. He was the first person that kind of joined the band, and we started doing demos together in late 2012, and then another friend from another band back from Vancouver named Amal, he joined the band, but I'd known him for probably 5-6 years, but we'd never played together, and we've been playing together for a couple of years now. And then it's just been kind of like that. It's just been kind of one person at a time coming in. We didn't want to rush into anything and just kind of go, well, we got to put out a record and then just hire a bunch of musicians. I wanted everything to kind of feel right, natural, and it's been a very natural progression with everybody that's come into the new union, so to speak.
And that's awesome. And you're right, completely. Everybody kind of has to vibe together to where you can, oh, hey, this sounds great with this, or, oh, dude, you're on a good one. Shut up. Let's do it again.
Yeah, exactly.
And where did the name the Veer Union come from?
Well, originally I just got out of a really bad record deal with a bunch of people that were just really kind of all about the money, and it's just never really been all about the money for me. It's always been about trying to be the best artist that I can be. And
of course.
So the people that I was playing with, it was just becoming so corporate, and I literally had to quit my own band, even though I wrote all the songs for the band, but I had to quit my own band and start all over again. And I found all these great new guys that I was playing with, and so it just hit me. I'm like, I wanted to veer away from that, and I wanted to veer away from where I was at, and so I veered away from all that negativity that I was experiencing with those people, and I formed a new union, so it became the Veer Union.
Very cool. That is very awesome. I like hearing about that. And I'm sure that when we get ready to play the interview, not this Sunday, but next Sunday, everybody else is going to enjoy hearing about that too, because we always like to know, like, where did the name come from? Where does this come from? How do you know this person? We like to know lots of different things.
Cool.
Thus far, for you and the band, what would you say that your favorite city and venue would be when touring?
Oof. I don't know if I can give you a venue, but I would definitely say the most exciting shows that I've ever played is Rock on the Range.
Very cool. I definitely want to go there. We're about 5 hours away from there.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, I would definitely like to hit that up again for sure.
Rock on the Range. We've talked about going. We might end up, if we can get ourselves in there, we're probably going to go either in this coming year or the year after that. I'm not totally sure yet. When on tour as a band, what do you and the guys do to stay grounded and not succumb to tour life?
All you have to do is really be in the business long enough to know that when you get off tour, everything goes back to normal. Everything goes back to normal. But if you've been doing it long enough, you know that normal is, if it's crazy, life is completely not crazy. Life is crazy, and the cycle continues. So it just becomes all normal to me now. You enjoy the downtime, and then you enjoy the craziness. But the most amazing thing in the world is when you get to the craziness, when you look down and you can see that you've connected with somebody, and they're singing the lyrics back at you, going, and you can tell that person has experienced that same thing that I've experienced.
Right.
That to me is the most amazing thing, and so it becomes normal to me.
That's awesome, and it's, hey, I did this. It's kind of a feeling of, hey, I did this, and look what they're doing, and everybody else is experiencing that with you. I get you, totally and completely.
Yes.
Yeah. I've noticed a lot of bands getting together to make group dinners while on tour. Is it something y'all do as well?
I'm sorry, I missed that. What was that?
I've noticed a lot of bands getting together to make group dinners while on tour. Is that something y'all do as well?
You know what? We've been since the beginning of this band. We early on in our careers, when we were touring in a van, that you can get sick real quick doing the McDonald's run every single day, and so we didn't care about whether we were in a bigger vehicle or not, but we kind of upgraded to an RV/bus. I think in like 2010, it couldn't really go back. But we actually started making dinners, and we found a lot of the bands would just kind of migrate and come over and hang out on our bus, and we just were always kind of like, well, what's the Veer Union making for dinner tonight? And everybody would just kind of come over and have dinner with us, and it just became normal.
That's awesome. I did see on Facebook that Round 2 Live and Loud Tour is coming up starting on February 18th in San Diego. That's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that. It's been a while since we've been out on tour, and I think this is going to be it's going to be a really good tour. We're just really excited to play new songs from the new record and old stuff. But for us, it's really exciting to kind of get back out there with something fresh and new.
And folks, you definitely want to know on the band's Facebook page that you can pre-order your physical copy along with VIP tour packages of the new album via the band's website, theveerunion.com. Are there any early release tracks from the new album that we can find on Amazon, iTunes, or elsewhere?
I believe that you can go to iTunes and you can preview some of the new music. But I had to discuss with the label to find out when we can actually release their songs prior to the actual release. But at this point right now, you can preview. I also wanted to say one of the exciting things that we're doing is we're doing what's called the acoustic experience. So for every show, you can go to theveerunion.com and you can order a VIP package where at the end of the show, you can come and hang out on our bus with us, and we'll actually play you a couple of acoustic tracks, a couple of singles from the past, as well as some stuff from the new record. So, if you're interested in that kind of thing, that's available at theveerunion.com.
That's definitely available at theveerunion.com. So it's an acoustic package that you guys can purchase, and it's part of the VIP package.
That's correct. There's a bunch of different VIP packages, and you can get the lowest, the lowest or the cheapest VIP package, and then you can always add the acoustic experience as a separate thing. To try and keep it within everyone's budget. That was one of the biggest things we really wanted to do, is try and have anybody that wants to experience the VIP experience, to be able to afford it, So definitely go to theveerunion.com. There's plenty of different options there for all kinds of different budgets.
Very cool. Okay, so please, folks, make sure you're checking out the band's website, theveerunion.com, also Instagram /theveerunion, and Twitter, and that's twitter.com/theveerunion. Are there separate accounts for each of you guys as well?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Are there separate accounts for each of you guys as well? Like, say somebody wanted to follow you on Instagram just to look for tour photos and stuff like that?
Yes, for sure. We have separate Instagram, Facebook. I don't know if everybody's got a separate Twitter, but everyone does have Facebook and an Instagram.
Okay, not a problem. I can definitely take a look at that and make sure to get that information out there when we go to air the show as well.
Very cool.
Just to wind the interview down, I like to take a moment and ask a few silly questions. It gives us a break from business at hand, obviously, but it also ends out the fact that rockers are real people too. If you had to pick one show that the Veer Union would be cartoonized on, would it be South Park, American Dad, Family Guy, or The Simpsons?
Family Guy.
Did I stump you? Hello?
Oh, sorry. What was that? Sorry, my phone is cutting out.
That's okay.
What was the last question?
No, you're fine. If you had to pick one show that the Veer Union would be cartoonized on, would it be South Park, American Dad, Family Guy, or The Simpsons?
Oh, I did say The Family Guy. It must have cut out.
It totally must have cut out. I'm really sorry about that.
Yeah. No problem. No problem.
Okay, and I always give the interviewee a chance to flip the tables and ask me a question or two. Is there anything you want to ask?
Yeah. What would be the closest show that these shows that are coming up on our tour that are close to you guys?
I'm not sure how far away South Bend, Indiana is, but we're in Chicago, so. And according to my husband, who's also a DJ for the Radio Riff, he says it's not far at all. So we'll have to take a look at that.
Oh, very cool.
But that's going to be at the end of the tour, at the end of round 2, like closer to the end of round 2 live, with when you got on tour with Boba Flex and then Bridge to Grace, and I think it's Artifice.
Artifice, yeah, you bet.
Okay, I did say that right. I was looking at it earlier and I'm like,
Yeah, no, you said it correct. Yeah. So I was just gonna see. It'd be great. It'd be great to not just talk to you guys, but to meet you in person. And if you guys have a chance to see it, to come up to any of the shows, to come hang out on the bus and have a drink with us, or come have dinner with us, because we're always cooking dinner.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping you have a lot of veggies, because I eat mostly veggies.
Oh well, we do have a couple of vegetarians in the band, so I'm pretty sure that we can work that.
Nice. To Crispin, I want to say thank you so much. Is there anything else that you want to add that we haven't covered tonight?
No, just if you've never heard of the Veer Union, definitely check us out at theveerunion.com. If you have heard of us, definitely check out our brand new record called Decade. That's coming out January 2016.
January.
On tour.
Say that one more time.
January 29th.
January 29th, 2016.
Yep.
The new album for the Veer Union, Decade. Your phone did cut out a little bit, so I'm just kind of repeating everything back. No, it's okay. It's totally fine.
So there's that Canadian side of me coming out again. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. Don't apologize. It's all good. You know what? Technology can suck sometimes, so it's okay.
Yeah, it's true.
Crispin, I definitely want to just give you extra thank yous. I hope you have a very safe and happy holiday, and a safe and happy holiday to you and the band.
You too, and thank you so much for having me on the show.
Absolutely. And I thank Ms. Shauna for giving us the opportunity to talk tonight.
Very cool. Well, we'll talk to you soon, and hopefully we'll see you at one of the shows coming up.
I will do my best. We'll check the date out and make sure that it's not a work night, because if it's a work night, but we can try.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. Have a safe and happy holiday, hon. It was a pleasure speaking with you.
You too. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.